Good morning, everyone. This is Daniel, your host, and Chrissy Cantor, my co-host. We're here from Community Connections here in Manchester. We want to thank everyone from Florida to Arizona to California to Ravenna, Ohio, my aunt, and people up north and in Maine. It's just
in Costa Rica,
all that stuff.
Mexico, everywhere.
Yeah, as always, we're off the cuff here, but I kind of have some things planned.
And New Mexico, there's a show called Off the Cuff.
Okay, New Mexico.
Shout out to my good friend,
yes,
All-American woman.
So
Dinah. That's her name.
I'm going to be talking not a lot. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Holy Father. And Brenda, you have his photo. Eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord, and let the perpetual light shine upon him. May his soul and the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. The Holy Father has been with us for a while. It was really amazing that on the Easter Mass that he did, he gave a final blessing, which we did not know was going to be his final blessing. Then he rode around in the Popemobile through St. Peter's Square, then went home and was called home. And it was a shock when I woke up Monday morning. I got a text from Father Michel out of Rome, who's a good friend of mine, priest over there, who's going to canon law school in the seminary over there. And he sent me a message at 4:06 in the morning. Holy Father has passed away, which it's a lot. It's a big hole in our Catholic faith. I know you're not Catholic. You know I am.
Yes.
And so want to shout out to our bishop. The bishop did a nice service on Tuesday at 12 noon with the service for the Holy Father. It wasn't, I thought it was going to be a big turnout, but I think it's because it was it wasn't scheduled a ways out. It was scheduled within a couple of days. Immediately. So there was a good amount of people there. And, the Holy Father was a very, I want to use the exact word. The Holy Father was
Controversial.
Yes, he was controversial. There's a lot of things he did and a lot of things that a lot of people weren't happy about, but he is the Holy Father. We got to respect him.
Respecting everyone.
Respecting everyone. You got to respect everyone. Pope Francis was a Jesuit priest, which a Jesuit order is a religious order, and they take 3 vows: obedience, chastity, and poverty. And he lived the poverty, and I just saw this, and I think it's true. He left only $100 left. That's all he had in his account. He did not live a luxurious life. He did not have all the bling and that some popes have had in the past. His funeral was very low key. He changed that a lot. He's going to be buried at the St. Mary of Major, which has not had a pope buried there since the 17th century.
Wow.
So he's not going to be buried in the basilica. So that's really different. So, all the cardinals are coming together. Cardinal that I really adore, and I think he's amazing, Cardinal Dolan is there now. I saw a feed this morning that he was there. Pope Francis, when in his younger days, his mother wanted him to go to med school, and he refused to. And he was a bouncer in an Italian bar. It was funny. He's done all kinds of stuff. He was ordained on December 13th, 1969. He was bishop in 1992, cardinal in 2001, and September, when was he? I think 2015, he was as the Pope. I forget the date, I'm sorry. But anyways, I got all these notes here, and I'm not going to go through them all. So anyways, right now we have to wait. His funeral is Saturday morning, and it's at 10 a.m. their time, so I don't know what time it is. I think it's like 4 o'clock in the morning our time. Yeah, something like that. So that'll be a funeral to watch. So then after that, between May 6th and May 12th, all the cardinals will get together and do they'll elect a new pope. And I'm not. It's getting to be political, and you know we don't talk politics here.
Yeah,
We
no
try
politics.
not to. We try not to, and it's hard for me, but it's very political, I think, in a way. You know, we do not know what goes on in the conclave. They're locked in there and everything.
Well, we don't know what really goes on in our government as well.
Yes.
That's why it's important to get involved.
That's right. That's community connection.
You're-
That's you got
That's it. It's about, diving in, being part of your community, the process, and understanding things, and what is the truth.
Yeah.
And I think, to me, I'm always in search of the truth. And if I'm wrong, I will admit I'm wrong.
Yes.
And I think that it's just important to understand the process. And I don't really believe things should be necessarily behind closed doors.
No.
Because lack
Oh,
of transparency is not, it's not good.
Yeah, but
Games are played,
yeah,
in general in
yeah,
life, that's what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
But with the Pope, it has to be. It's been that way for
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
It's been that way for a long, long time. So, rest in peace, Pope Francis. You are with our Father. You are with Jesus. You're with all the other popes, and you're with your the Blessed Mother, which he cherished. He loved the Blessed Mother. He prayed to her all the time. So
I wanted to share, my good friend Nicole LaCroix passed away a couple of years from cancer, and her brother is a cardinal.
oh, he is?
Yes, and I believe it's St. Anthony's Church, right near like Valley Street. Is that
Oh.
St. Anthony's Church? Well, that's where her funeral was, and it was one of the most beautiful, beautiful funerals and she was so loved. She was very young, a grandmother, an extraordinary mother. I skied with her. We became friends like really, really fast. Whoa, it's a little emotional. Well, anyways, it was beautiful. He was there, and you just felt God being there. You felt everything.
You do. You do.
Yeah. So we all come from different religions and
Yep.
faiths. Anyways,
Yes.
it's just
So on a happy note,
yes.
Brendan, can you put up the picture of the one and only Chrissy Cantor?
Oh my. What are you putting up?
This is Chrissy, as soon as Brendan brings it up here.
Oh my goodness.
It's with our blood drive.
Oh.
Remember our blood
yes,
drive a couple
yes.
weeks ago?
My mom called me and she's
oh,
like, "Did you pass out?"
No.
I said I didn't pass out. I was just
Yeah,
very.
I guess not. Yeah, no, you
I
didn't.
think I have 4 pictures from you with no blood drive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Anyways,
next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. Chrissy was one of the 25 pints of blood that we took between St. Pius Parish and Holt Ave Community Training Center. We collected 25 pints, good pints. So that was a good turnout for our first one. American Red Cross only said about 20, but we got 25. We had 31 people show up, but some people's pulse rate's up or their hemoglobin's down, so they can't donate. So that's another thing. We had a couple of people, one almost passed out, another one, or 2 people almost passed out. So, thanks to the American Red Cross for all they do for us and all the lives that we are saving with donating blood.
And for you leading the way and bringing us all together once again, it takes extraordinary people, leaders, to bring us together.
Yes.
It's a lot,
It
I
is
know
a lot
it's
of
a
work.
lot, and I really, really appreciate you.
Yeah. In Munchie Mart.
And for all the people that show up, because
Yes.
it really is about showing up.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be the leader, but it is about showing up and caring. And even if you can't, I know that some people couldn't,
Yep.
but they still showed up. And Munchie Mart, Nancy,
Yeah, I don't know if we have this. I
Bringing
don't
all
know if
the
we did. Not.
delicious, beautiful food. And
Yeah.
she's been,
There
I
it is.
stop in.
Yeah, look at that.
Yum,
That's
yum.
some of the food. That's like a third of the food that
Yeah.
Munchie Mart catered for the thing, and even the Red Cross, like, oh, we've never seen this before. So we want to thank them for that,
Yes.
and American Red Cross. Thank
Yes.
you, and all the volunteers.
Oh my gosh.
Marge and the Goslins helped out.
Yes.
And our administrative assistant, she was behind the scenes. She did a lot of work. She organized a lot of stuff, and I thank her for that.
Yeah, St. Pius Church.
St. Pius, yeah, the parishioners were great. And we had a couple people that donate blood, haven't donated in like 10 years.
Oh, and my good friend Neil Cronin.
Yep, your
he
friend.
saw my Facebook post
Yep.
and he showed up. I
Yeah.
got to chit and chat
Yeah,
with
that
him.
was good.
It's just so good.
That was on a Friday.
Yeah.
Then on Sunday, we had our food drive.
Yes.
And we had that, and I don't know, I think
So
I-
awesome. And
Yeah.
then my other friend Jen found your place and was able
Okay.
to come and deliver some.
Come and deliver. Yeah, we
Some
collected
goodies.
about 2,000 pounds of food.
Yeah.
We donated to St. Pius Parish, of course.
Yeah.
The Methodist Church on Valley Street, they were excited. And we also donated to the Weston School. They have a food pantry for the kids. The department there gives kids backpacks of food for the weekend. So
is
they have
so
all this.
beautiful.
So we ended up feeding a lot of families. We had cases and cases and cases of vegetables. We had cases of pasta. We had cases of ramen noodles. There's a picture. That's the back of a U-Haul.
Yeah.
And someone donated 2 cases of salt, which is rarely given out in the food bank because it's not something people realize. You know, and salt is, inexpensive, but still is something that people don't think about. So we had all kinds. We had juices and snacks and all that stuff. A lot of the snacks went to the Weston School because of that.
Which is so great. And Teacher Appreciation is coming up shortly. So appreciate your amazing teachers.
Yeah, we appreciate our teachers.
Yes.
Yeah. We appreciate the teachers that work in public school.
And
we,
the faculty.
And the faculty,
know.
we appreciate the teachers that work in private school. I
Yes.
appreciate the teachers that work in Catholic schools because they are
Oh,
there.
they stayed open through the
They stayed open through COVID,
insanity of the
Yep.
COVID.
and
you
they
know?
really
The
do
children
their job.
thrived, and I know so many people that had pulled their kids out of public school, and they went to the Catholic schools because they did not shut down.
And
That was huge.
I won't mention names, but there's one person in the city. She took her kids out of public school and put them in Catholic school, and they're not Catholic, but one of the kids has converted from Christian, whatever faith.
Judaism or
No,
Christianity?
Christianity to Catholicism.
Oh.
And speaking of Catholicism,
Yes.
on our Easter Vigil, okay, it's a 2-hour-long mass, and it was amazing. The attendance was low, but that's okay because a lot of people are older, and it's hard for them to sit in those pews for 2 hours and things like that. But this young man, he's from Pakistan, okay? He converted to Catholicism, and Father Dallaire did amazing job on the whole baptismal. He got into the pool, and it was great, which we usually don't use a pool, but this time we did because the adult, usually we just use the baptismal font, which I will send a picture next time we're on and show this gorgeous baptismal font Father had made in memory of Uncle Bob. It's all copper, it's gorgeous. But then after the baptismal of Fawad, then his daughter got baptized. So we had a double baptismal, and it was just amazing. It was just so, it was great. It's just amazing. It's just, I loved it. Then Easter.
It's so moving to see people get baptized, whether it's the Catholic faith or
Whatever,
different
yeah.
denominations of Christianity. It is so moving. I go to one church, and every once in a while, someone at the end of the service gets baptized. And they do the shout outs, the high fives for the week, and they show the baptisms. And it's so moving. And my other church I go to is Horizon Church. Pastor Jerry, he's a Marine, and Peggy, his wife. I witnessed the baptism of this gentleman, Casey, that went from homelessness. His journey in the past 2 years has been extraordinary, so I was able to witness his baptism, which another church, I can't remember the name, I would say it's a Spanish church. It's somewhere off of Beach Street. It was beautiful, it was amazing, so they did the baptism. It's beautiful. Is when the pastors come together and share their churches.
Yeah.
So
That's-
you can witness, all of the faith together.
And again, we're not talking politics.
No.
But the thing is,
Was I talking politics?
No, no, you
I was talking
no,
homelessness.
I know. But the thing
to
is,
starting nonprofits and helping people.
yeah, the thing is to see you as a politician, okay?
I'm
Go-
a servant. I'm
a
here to
servant,
serve.
Yep, as a servant, to go to different churches and it's just amazing. You don't see that much anymore. The
Well-
churches are, the attendance is getting lower and lower, but by every day, I think we get one or two more. But we need
Well,
to
God
go.
God is everywhere.
God is everywhere. It doesn't mean you have to go to church. At least believe in
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
And and the thing is,
And I was raised Jewish.
yes, I do. You
Yeah.
converted.
I
And
may have been
yeah.
born Catholic, I would say, with my mom, but my dad adopted me at a young age, and I went through Hebrew school, the Temple of Dath Yeshurun, had my bat mitzvah in Israel, and have been, oh man, I'm like so emotional today. Whoa. The Wailing Wall, just so many beautiful places. I went to Bethlehem when I was 13 years old, and I was like, wait a second, I feel something, so I didn't understand why we didn't believe in Jesus at that age and questioned it along the way. And what I love is that the whole series of The Chosen is extraordinary.
Yes, it is.
Jews, the chosen people, and just all the faith, and then the people that Nicodemus who spoke up. So I recently just went to The Chosen, The Last
Again.
Supper, season 5, part 1, 2, and 3. I highly recommend it. It's the Bible coming alive,
Yeah, it's
and
the
it's
chosen.
really,
yeah.
it really is extraordinary. So
So-
God is everywhere.
God is everywhere, and we thank you for teasing me about this because now I need to go.
To Israel?
No. I'll go to see Sister Adeline. Speaking of Sister Adeline,
Oh, yes.
do you have her picture, Brendan? Did I send it to you?
Oh my God, she is extraordinary.
Let's see. This is amazing. There she. Look at it.
Oh my
Sis-
gosh.
She's on a scooter, motorcycle. That's on Palm Sunday. That's Sister Adeline. I messaged her this morning and says Happy Thursday, and she says, and you too. We message a lot. Sometimes she can't message because where she's at, there's no cell service, no internet. So, anyways, yeah, she's amazing.
Well, I only met her once, and she was so sweet.
Yeah.
You
Speaking
could see
of,
all
yeah.
the joy.
Yeah. Speaking of Sister Adeline, her order on Island Pond Road, June 1st, the St. George Manor is celebrating their 100-year anniversary of being there. That manor was first they call it a manor. Technically, I think it's still a convent.
Yeah.
But anyways, a lot of the sisters that are there now went and did all their first vows there and did all their work and that. But I give credit to the Sisters of Holy Cross. They do a lot of good.
And that's June 1st.
Yes, June 1st, and it's by invitation only. And sister says she sent me my invitation. That was a week ago, and I still haven't gotten it. Only up the street, but that's our mail system of Manchester. So, anyways, other than that, we have a special guest coming in.
Yes, my son-in-law, who will be on my show, the Chill and Heal show, in a little bit as
Is
well.
he coming in on
We're
ours?
talking. Yes, I
Yeah,
figured
if
he'd pop in for a little bit.
Yep, Chaz, if you want to come on out.
Yeah, we're talking about leadership.
So we're going to
and-
have a gorgeous, beautiful co-host and a handsome co-host or whatever.
And a father of 2 and almost 3.
Oh,
I have another
that's right. Yeah, you have
granddaughter
another grandbaby. Is he-
being born May 6th.
May
So-
6th.
Say so grateful. And Manchester OBGYN delivered.
Yes, please.
Yes, that
I'm
would
sorry.
be wonderful. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Manchester OBGYN delivered Sawyer on June 7th, 1995, and then delivered my sweet Dante June 26th, 2001. Come
We'll get
on
all
in, Jeff.
dressed up. See,
We'll grab a chair over.
I'm the fat old man, and
You're not.
besides a beautiful
Stop.
woman and handsome finance guy here.
Guys.
Yes, how you doing?
My friend, good morning.
Come on over.
So Chaz is going to step in here in a little bit and talk about what he does and as part of the community.
we're going to talk about, jumping into what it takes to be a leader and
Yep.
what calls you to be a leader.
And we're going to
you
give
know?
you
And
2 more minutes.
about being a part of the community.
Yep, being part of the community. So now, sorry,
Come on
Facebook.
in.
There you go. So, Chaz, we were just talking about the Holy Father passing away and things that Chrissy has done for our community for donating blood and also being part of the food drive, which was a good thing. And Holt Ave Community Training Center, which you guys know I own, and we have a lot of classes available if anyone wants to take any. So,
Which is so unbelievable. I saw the beautiful note that someone sent you.
Oh, yes,
that
I
they
forgot about
saved
that.
their husband, right?
Yes, I taught a lady.
Yeah,
Yes, I
right?
taught a lady 3 weeks ago.
What?
He's got no microphone.
Ooh,
Oh.
hold on 1 second.
Sorry.
Bloopers.
Oh, so anyways, about 3 weeks ago, I taught this person, and I won't mention no names because I don't have her permission to say her name. I taught her about 3 weeks ago CPR, and on Good Friday, she's at home, and her husband went unresponsive, no pulse, no respiration, and she had to do CPR. And for the grace of God, we thank Jesus, we thank everyone, all the angels and saints, for his survival.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, I think that's so important, right? It's the preparation that allowed that individual to be saved, right?
Yes.
And so it's practice.
It is.
Consistent practice, or whether it's consistent or not, but at some point, that person was prepared to jump in and save that person's life.
And that's why you're here, because you are going to prepare us or prepare people on their finances. Is that correct?
Well, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because, yeah, I mean, so I am a financial planner over at Commonwealth Financial Group. I think, that's obviously a big part of what I do is helping people with their finances and helping people plan by design rather than by default. I think more importantly, it comes down to leadership and having a positive mindset and how that is transferable to other people and the ultimately the vibes that you're giving off to other people as well. So entrepreneurship, mindset, leadership comes down to those 3 things, I think.
Let's see, that's why he's here, because it is part of community connection.
Yeah.
And that's what we're all about, is bringing the community together. And this is how people can learn about what you do and what we do and what we want to bring to the community and things like that.
Yeah.
It's helping people and lifting people up in our community.
Yeah. Oh, we got 5
Bringing
minutes.
back the joy.
But you're gonna cross over into Chrissy, so we're gonna
Yes.
switch seats.
Yes.
So anyway, so Chaz here is great. I've met with him a couple of weeks ago. We have another meeting coming up sometime in May,
What I love is a roadmap to, what you want in life and how do you get there. So for me, I'm like, it is about speaking up. It's about asking questions and connecting with the right people at the right time.
For sure,
and
yeah.
planting those seeds along the way.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
I'm glad you brought that up because, we all have goals. We all have objectives in our lives, right?
I just want to
So-
live happily ever after.
Yeah, I think we all do,
Yeah,
right?
we all do,
want
yeah.
that. We all
Yeah.
want that for ourselves, and we all want that at the end of the day, deep down inside, even if it's not surface level, we want that for each other
Yes,
as well, right?
absolutely.
So it all comes down to building it brick by brick, incremental steps along the way. We all have those goals. We have objectives. How are we going to get there, right? It's not just going to happen overnight. We need to make small steps in order to make that happen, whether it's finance, whether it's building a business. So
Yeah.
what's the roadmap in order to get there? We need to take it step by step.
see,
Whether it's running for mayor,
yeah, running for mayor, whatever.
one step at a time.
My goal is to live to be 90. That's my goal. I don't care if I'm poor or wealthy. All I want to live to be is 90. That's my goal. And that's the way it is. That's what I want to do. But Chaz and I talked for 45 minutes. He knows I'm not a number guy. I don't care about numbers. I'm just
I just want the joy.
Yes, so joy, 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 joy.
The freedom, right? People
Yes.
want that freedom.
Freedom.
They don't want to feel like they're on that proverbial hamster wheel
Yes.
throughout their entire lives. I don't know about you two, but life goes by pretty quick, right?
Too quick.
Oh,
Too
Blink of
quick.
an eye, it's 5 years later, right?
Yes.
I have a 4-year-old right now. Well, we'll be 4 soon, and
Yeah.
that's like 4 years gone by in the blink of an eye.
oh, you're talking to a 60-year-old guy here. Let me tell you.
And I'm 55.
So let me tell you, I know. And my Aunt Nancy out of Ravenna, Ohio, she'll be watching this later today once we download it and all that. And let me tell you, I remember when she used to hold me and things like that and come to my grandparents' house. I remember all those good days. And she's like my mother now. Like my Aunt Bonnie, too, is my godmother. She's like my mother. And my Aunt Bonnie will say to me, you're not getting any younger. It's like, will you slow down? But my Aunt Nancy was just amazing. Okay, we got 2 minutes. So what are you going to be talking about at the next on Christie's?
Yeah, so I plan on definitely addressing some questions and overall my experience about leadership, about the mindset, entrepreneurship. I think all that stuff is so important. When I really began my leadership at a very early age, when I recognized that I was a leader, and ultimately what I've done to fulfill my dreams of becoming an entrepreneur in the long run. And then I definitely have some questions for Chrissy as well, especially pertaining to her drive, the call to lead, as she's now running for mayor. So I'm really looking forward to deep diving into that as well.
Which is
Yes.
so beautiful. And
Which is so beautiful. So
a shout out to Chaz's parents. I can't, my daughter has the most incredible in-laws, and you are an extraordinary young man, and I'm grateful that you're my son-in-law. I just feel so blessed to be sitting next to you, Daniel, and Chaz, and all this goodness that is, coming out to Manchester
yes.
in our world.
Good city.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're coming to an end, which I don't know where 30 minutes went. Let me tell you, it just like flew by. But again, from Chrissy and I, and with Chaz, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We thank you for everything. We thank God for everything.
Yes.
It's still Easter. We have, I think, 50 days for Easter. So let's be nice to each other. And kindness, and quit bashing people in the media. If you're not going to stand up and do anything, quit bashing people. I thank you, Chrissy. I thank you, Chaz. Thank you for coming. God
Thank
bless
you.
you all, and
God
we'll
bless
see you in
you.
2 weeks.